reading. This is the house that monsters build. Ooh, scary, scary, spooky monsters? Yeah. So this is the spider who started to crawl. Hello, I'm a little spider, and I'm crawling. And this is the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. There's a mummy that's making the house. Ooh, I'm a mummy. Woo. And this is the werewolf who put in the door. Hey, everybody, I'm a werewolf. And that stopped the spider who started to crawl. That shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. A mummy, a werewolf, and a spider? Oh my gosh, they're making a house. Yeah. And this is a skeleton who nailed down the floor. Hey, everyone, I'm a skeleton. Clink, 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 clink. And that upset the werewolf who put in the door. That stopped the spider who crawled. That shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. What? And this is Frankie. Hello, I'm a Frankenstein. Who brought a chair that rattled the skeleton who nailed the wall. What? He rattled the skeleton? Yeah, he rattled the skeleton. Who upset the werewolf who put in the door that stopped the spider from starting to crawl, that shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. Oh my gosh. So there's a skeleton and a spider. Oh, meow. Oh, there's a black cat. And this is the black cat who jumped in the air, that terrified Frankie who brought in a chair, that rattled the skeleton who nailed down the floor, that upset the werewolf who put in a door, that stopped the spider who started to crawl, that shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. Can everybody say that 3 times fast? No. Continue, reader. Okay. Meow. Yeah. Okay, so there's a mouse. No, there's no mouse. This is a cat. Black cat. Meow, meow. Did you say yummy mouse? I'm hungry. So these are the bats who hung in a beam. What? There's bats? Yeah, who hung from the beam, that scared the black cat who jumped in the air, that terrified the Frankie who brought in a chair, that scared the skeleton who nailed down the floor, who stopped the spider from starting to crawl, that shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. Wow. And this is a zombie. Hey, I'm a zombie, kids. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Whoa. The zombie who let out a scream. Ah! That scared the bats who hung from the beam, that scared the black cat who jumped in the air, that terrified Frankie who brought in the chair, that rattled the skeleton who nailed in the floor, that upset the werewolf who put in the door, that stopped the spider who started to crawl, that shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. Woo! Woo! This is a goat who shouted, woo! Or bravo, bravo, 5 stars. Everyone hit the 5-star button. That startled the zombie who let out a scream, that scattered the bats who hung from the beam, that scared the black cat who jumped in the air, that terrified the Frankie who brought in the chair, that rattled the skeleton who nailed down the floor, that upset the werewolf who put in the door, that stopped the spider who started to crawl, that shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. Can you say that 3 times fast? No. The old witch who started to come, she stirred up a brew that spooked the ghost who shut it up, boo, that startled the zombie who left out a scream, that scared the bats who hung from the beam, that scared the black cat who jumped in the air, that terrified Frankie who brought in a chair, that rattled the skeletons who nailed on the floor, that upset the werewolf who put in the door, that stopped the spider who started to crawl, that shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. Can you say that? Inside the house as monsters built. Monsters, zombies, witches, ghosts. Monsters, zombies, witches, and ghosts. And bats, and cats, and skeletons, and spiders. Woohoo! This is the vampire who tripped on his feet, that stunned the old witch who stirred up the brew. Woo! That spooked the ghost who shouted out, woo! That startled the zombie who let out a scream, that scared the bats who hung from the beam, that scared the black cat who jumped in the air, that terrified Frankie who brought in a chair, that rattled the skeletons who hung the nails on the floor, that upset the werewolf who put in a door, that stopped the spider who started to crawl, that shocked the mummy who raised the wall inside the house that monsters built. Oh, I'm just a vampire, and I tripped. Oh, did I do all that? Oh, hello, knock, knock. These are the kids who yelled, trick or treat, that woke up the vampire. who woke up the vampire who tripped on his feet. Oh, hello, those children's there with, one's a bunny rabbit, one's a skeleton, one's Harry Potter. Oh, and the vampire tripped on his feet that scared the witch, who started the zombie who let out a scream. That scared the bats who hung from the beam. And Star the cat who jumped in the air that terrified Frankie brought in a chair. Yeah, that rattled the skeletons who put nails in the floor. Ow! And startled the spider who started to crawl that shocked the mummy who built the house that monsters built. Guess what, everyone? Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Who's coming to our house? Hello, children. Welcome. And thank you for your generous donations. Give us some trick-or-treats. Make sure you become our patron. And you can do your generous donations like $1 or $5 or $10 or $20 to PayPal, anonymous content, or you can PayPal us with our email, packyourbuddies@gmail.com. Thank you. The end.